All right, what's going on? Oh, shit. Hello, everyone. My name's Zach. I created this channel, Nuzlocke Resources. I created this channel to make good resources for all Nuzlocke players and even just different challenge runners to be more successful with their challenges. I've done a couple videos in the past on Switch AI and crit mechanics and stuff like that. And I have a bunch of stuff that's in the works. One of the biggest things that I've been working on in the past couple months has been this bad boy right here. The first, to my knowledge, first ever vanilla damage calc. What does that mean? So essentially, it has, if you're familiar with the Pokemon Showdown damage calc, instead of having the preset Pokemon data, these have specific trainers from each Pokemon game. Specifically just Gen 3 for right now. We'll get to the other games eventually. So you can see here, currently supports Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby Sapphire, and Emerald. So all the Gen 3 games. What is included in the calc? So all the important trainers, rivals, gym leaders, evil team bosses, the champion, Elite Four, all that kind of stuff has all the correct moves, natures, IVs, and items that those trainers have. All the secondary trainers have the correct IVs, most have correct moves. The only thing they don't have is the natures, just because there's literally like, I think 1,600 trainers that I put into this calc. It would have taken forever to get every single trainer. Let's hop into it. So when you first click on this link or the link down in the description, however you found this video, it'll bring you to this where it's going to have all these things and you're say, but these are still the same. This is how it normally looks. When you go to the advanced tab, you'll notice that the names change. So now here we have Psychic Edward. We have a different Psychic Edward that's in Ruby and Sapphire. We click on him at 16. Here's one of the glitches that I've discovered, but not sure exactly how to change. I just want to state that I'm not in any way a programmer. I taught myself all this stuff to get this website properly working. However, there are still some glitches in it. The first thing I want to address, say you click on this trainer, you're like, I don't know if this random Psychic Edward has 31 IVs. What you can do is you can click off of that Pokemon and then come back into it. How to fix this, I don't know. So in case you need to be like double check, like I think these IVs are right, I'll have a quick guide for that. So as you can see next to the name, it has the trainers. So Abra, Fire Red, Leaf Green, click on them. 6, Lax Nature, cool. What you do for this, how to utilize this. So now we got the 6s on the side. We hit only show imports. Oh, actually I do have Pokemon in here, perfect. I don't even have to copy it in. What you would do is you would find however you do to export your Pokemon, and you can copy in into the import center. I'm gonna make a separate video on how to properly use the damage calc. I feel like if you click on this and you know what a damage calc is, you kind of understand the basics on how to use this. And if you don't worry, I'm gonna have another video separate from this. So then say I Blaziken. For some reason, my level 60 Blaziken from, I believe this was Emerald, against Abra. And I can check it, be like, yep, I definitely kill. Good to go. How about Metagross? Say champion Metagross. If I click on here, I can see that I outspeed and overheat kills. So as long as I'm not -1 in special attack from using overheat before, I'm chilling. Some of the post-game stuff isn't in here because I either don't have that data. You know, this tool is meant for Nuzlockers, most challenge runners, but usually we finish the game prior to post-game. Eventually, up here in the top, I plan on having every single mainline series available. This is what we had to do. Here is my giant list of Pokemon. Now this, oh, I said 1,600 earlier. It was actually 2,700. This took a long time. It has the natures, the IVs, the moves, the games, all of these listed out. The plan is eventually to have all the games. I'm not sure where I'm going to start next. I think probably Gen 7, strictly for personal use, and then get into some of the other ones. Some games are easier than others because there's a lot more documentation. Shout out to speedrun communities. If you're using the damage calc and you find some sort of bug where it's like, hey, I've checked Winona 4 times and like her moveset's completely wrong. Like here's a perfect example. Earthquake, Aerial Ace, blank, Dragon Dance. There's a 4th move in there. We're missing Dragon Breath. Okay, fix that. If you see any problems, any information that's incorrect, or if you want to give me more information on some of these Pokemon that I'm not going to put the effort in to check their IVs, link down in the description is my Discord where there's going to be a bug report section. You can just throw it in there. Also, there's going to be a ton of other resources that are going to be in there, so please feel free to check that out. I want to give a big shout out to, first of all, the makers of Pokemon Showdown who made this fantastic resource in the first place, but also made it a open source resource where, you know, I'm not the first one to create their own damage calc, but I'm the first, to my knowledge, first person to create a vanilla Nuzlocke calc that's going to be able to be used across, you know, all the games, not just one specific or having to import your custom sets in. It'll be something that you literally just plug your team in and you're good to go. I'd also like to give a big shout out to Awesome Blue Man. He helped me get through a ton of the actual programming and coding of this thing to download it, created my own website, that kind of stuff. He's awesome. Check his stuff out, description below. And I'd also like to thank Max over the past couple months. Has done some testing for me and said that it works really well and has been very successful in one of his challenges that I look very forward to seeing his video coming out. If you enjoyed this video / this resource, please like and subscribe. There's going to be plenty more of useful tools for everyone to use.